Welcome back. So we've been doing a lot of stuff with our hands. Lots of slapping, lots of punching, lots of pushing. Now we're going to move down below the belt. We're going to use our feet. We're going to explore some non-contact kicks. Now some of you may have some martial arts training, which is great, but most people in the world don't have martial arts training. And so if you're playing a character, chances are they probably don't have martial arts training. And so we don't want to do fancy kung fu and taekwondo movements on stage for most characters. Instead, we want to use kicks that are appropriate for the character. Imagining what would somebody do if they were drunk at a bar and got into a fight. They probably would not do some kind of really fancy jump kick. They would do a few real simple movements that are very effective, even if they're not the most graceful looking things. So let's explore some different types of kicks. Okay, so the most basic type of kick is going to be a front snap kick, and it's going to look like this. One more time, front snap, there. Okay, now there's a big key concept here that is going to be true for all of these kicks, and that is you need to load the kick first by aiming with your knee. So every single kick, you want to get your knee pointed at your target before you perform the kick. So I'm going to refer to this as loading the kick. So we load by bringing that back foot forward and pointing it at the target. So if we're kicking somebody in the groin or the stomach, that knee is going to be aimed very low. If they are already down on the ground, that knee is going to be pointed down even farther. If we're kicking somebody in the face, then we want to get that knee up high, pointed at their face. So practice just doing that for a little bit. Standing in a fighting stance, bringing the rear knee forward and aiming it at a body down on the ground, aiming it at someone's groin or stomach, and aiming it at someone's head, bringing that knee all the way up. So ground, stomach area, head. Now once you've got the kick loaded, all you need to do is then snap the foot forward. And depending on what part of the foot is going to be making contact with our imaginary target is going to define the kick. So for a front snap kick, you want to be making contact with the ball of the foot right here. So the toes are going to be bent back and the kick snaps out and makes contact right with the ball of the foot. So from the side, it's going to look like this. There. So snap, boom. I'm pulling my toes back and I'm making contact with the ball of the foot. Snap. High, snap, low, snap. In all cases, I would be making contact with the ball. So try that a few times. Low, medium, high with your right foot. Try it with your left foot. Low, middle, high. Up there. And don't worry if you can't kick very high. Many people cannot kick somebody in the face, and that is fine. But over time, as you practice these, you'll probably find that your flexibility and your range does improve as you get more comfortable with this. So that's a front snap. Now, we can also do a soccer kick. For a soccer kick, you're going to be pointing the toes the other direction, extending the toes rather than pulling them back, and you're going to be making contact with the top part of the foot right here. Okay, so this is going to be a swing kick up. And this one, you can snap it or you can swing it. So I can snap a soccer kick, boom, or I can swing it, boom, up there. But in any case, we're going to be making contact with the top of the foot. So soccer kick, okay? So we've got the front snap, we've got the soccer kick. Now we also have the ability to kick somebody with our heel. So this time the foot comes all the way back and is pressed forward as we extend the heel forward. And we're going to call this a stomp, and it's sometimes known affectionately as the trailer park stomp. And it's a little bit trickier than the front snap. So here's the front snap, boom. The stomp pulls the foot back and then extends the heel forward, boom. And as I do that, I'm going to need to counterbalance myself by leaning my back backwards. So stomp and stomp. So once again, snap, boom, and stomp. So see if you can differentiate between doing the snap and the stomp a few times. Again, with both feet, snap and stomp. Okay? The last type of kick that we can do is known as the inside crescent kick. And this is a sideways kick where you're going to be making contact with the inside of the foot like this. So the foot is going to come up and attack from the side, making contact with the inside of the foot. Here's how it goes. I load it just like my other kicks, bring my knee up, but my knee is going to be a little bit offline. And then I'm just going to snap it as I bring my foot in, boom, like this. So, inside crescent, I extend out, snap, bring it in, and then back. And left foot, boom, snap, snap. Inside crescent, snap. Now, I mentioned that all of these kicks are going to be non-contact kicks. So here's what I mean by that. We're going to perform these generally stacked, like we did with the straights and the jabs, where I've got a lot of distance between myself and my target, and therefore I don't need to make contact, and my partner can just do the naps. So Dante, would you mind coming up here? And I'd like you to kneel down on the ground facing away from the camera. Okay? So now, I am going to spot the target, which again is going to be that softball-sized object about 12 inches in front of my partner's muzzle. And we're going to try different kicks. So if I wanted to do a front snap kick towards him, he's going to react backwards. So here, let's do a front snap. Boom, right there. But you're still going to do the nap and bring that up to your hand. So he's going to do the nap and the reaction and front snap. Boom, right there. Now I can also do a sideways crescent kick. So this time it's going to snap you this way. So boom, crescent. And then I can also come off to the side and I can do a stomp. So I'm spotting that target and stomp right there. And he's still going to do the reaction and the nap and stomp there. In all cases, I'm aiming for that target 10 inches in front of the face, that softball right there, so that my foot passes behind the head and his head is in between my foot and the camera. So we can do that with our partner kneeling, or if you want, you could do it standing. So if my partner stands up and you really have some height to this, I could do a inside crescent kick from here, for instance. So I make contact, spot that target at inside crescent, boom! And then he can react like that, or I can do a front snap, boom! Right there. I'm not sure if I could do a stomp that high. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pick 3 of these. My suggestion would be front snap, stomp, and inside crescent. And I'd like you to perform them non-contact, stacked with a partner. I recommend putting your partner on their knees with the back facing the camera. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do that. So once again, video of yourself doing those 3 kicks, and I should be able to differentiate, see the difference between those 3 kicks. Again, I recommend the front snap, the stomp, and the inside crescent. Have fun.